we keep talking about growth, and the growth in this district is affluent.
Yes.
So help me understand why proportionally the tax base is not growing at the rate that you need to fund your schools.
Well, that comes specifically from what we get from the state. In the perfect world, realistically speaking, as you grow, you should get some type of additional dollars from the state. We are what's called a guarantee. We're on the state guarantee. And, you know, I could take a long time explaining that, but in layman's terms, that basically means you're guaranteed to get this much money from the state every year. 2005, we were getting roughly $7 million, and it went that way all the way up through. Even though we were growing, we were still only getting $7 million. So the growth, I like to say this, the growth doesn't support the growth. The only other way we could get additional revenue, some of our good days were 2004 and 2005 when we were building 1,700 new homes. When you build new homes, you get additional revenue. But if you don't build any new homes, you're not getting any additional revenue because what's there is still generate the same amount of tax dollars. So the state's looking at us, and back in, let's see, I was here 6 months. When I first got here, we were coming off the guarantee and on to what's called the foundation formula of the old formula from, 2 formulas ago. And it's only been 2.5 years. Our 5-year forecast, we just passed a tax levy. 5-year forecast had
This was 2 years ago?
This was about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, 2008. Positive numbers all the way out through. I've never seen a 5-year forecast this good, by the way. Governor Strickland, 6 months into my superintendency, changed to what's called the evidence-based model. Well, the old model, we were finally off the state guarantee, and we were getting $500 for every new student. So we're getting roughly $5 million. So we could at least cover the growth. Not quite, but, well, a little bit more, but not even close to what increases some districts were getting. 6 months in, we went to what's called the evidence-based model, put us right back on the guarantee, and that's why we had to come back and say, you know what, we are now losing $12 million of anticipated revenue over this 3-year period, and that's why that generated that $15.7 million in reductions, because we told you we wouldn't be back for at least 3 years. So I guess the simplest answer to your question is the fact that as we grow, we don't get any additional state dollars. So to make up that education for those new kids, you have to come back to the property owners. And that's what's driving it.
I mean, is that a direct one-to-one? I mean, so the delta created by the gap there?
To actually fund every new student, we would need a new home built. If we're going to foot the bill of about a $600,000 value, that would generate the tax dollars.